A happy festive season, and thank you so much that you could join us for the news on Kopala TV. To present it, my name is Natasha Nga. We straight away look at stories making the headlines. Debate on marijuana cultivation continues. Authorities in Kalulushi district predict bumper harvest. Church mother body calls for issue-based politics, and Zambia food secure. Join me with details after this. And now the news in detail. Lesotho was the first African country to start growing and exporting marijuana for economic purposes. However, the country that started exporting cannabis last year is still poor. The majority of people in the impoverished southern African countries still live on less than $1 per day under extreme poverty. Victoria Mukupo has details in the following report.
Lesotho, also known as the Kingdom in the Sky, has been cultivating cannabis for economic purposes for a year now. Massive growing cannabis faculties are spread all over the kingdom. A cannabis license in that country is priced at 33 United States dollars. A global market for medicinal marijuana is estimated at over 150 billion US dollars and is projected to over double in the next 9 years. Over 20 million United dollars has been spent on the cultivation and production of marijuana in the capital Maseru alone. The gross domestic product (GDP) of that country is projected to trend at 2.9 billion in the year 2020. Despite the government of Lesotho exporting cannabis, the country is still underdeveloped. On Monday, the Zambian government announced the controversial cabinet decision that will see the country cultivating cannabis. This has sparked a big media debate. The announcement by the chief government spokesperson Doris Leah comes weeks after Chitalo Chilufya, the health minister, condemns the idea for the country to start the cultivation of marijuana. Dr. Chilufya is on record as saying sanctioning the growing of cannabis would lead to money laundering and organized crime. However, organizations such as the Zambia DNA feel otherwise.
The Zambian DNA welcomes government's decision through cabinet to approve the proposal to legalize the production of marijuana for medicinal purposes and export. Indeed, the production of marijuana for medicinal purposes and export will not only create jobs for the unemployed youth, but also boost export earnings and significantly contribute to the country's gross domestic product (GDP). We appeal, therefore, to the Zambian people to support the government's landmark decision to legalize the production of marijuana for medicinal purposes and export, as they are the key beneficiaries.
The opposition All People's Congress Party, APC, is very critical on the decision by government to grow weed.
Even if government is broke, but the solution does not lie in the legalization of marijuana. We all must condemn the legalization of marijuana. We're a Christian nation, and we know that marijuana, whether you call it daga, at the center of it is that these drugs destroy lives, young lives. And therefore, we think that it is an ill-timed piece of legislation, which we think that the government is trying to raise revenue by legalizing the cultivation of the drug. So we think that it's a wrong way of raising revenue.
A license fee for obtaining a license on the growing of cannabis, or chamba, as it is locally called, has been purged at 250,000 US dollars. Victoria Mkupo, Kopala TV News in Kitwe.
The debate on the cultivation of cannabis for medicinal and commercial purposes has continued. Kitwe residents have given different reactions over the matter. Diana Kafuala gives us details in the following report.
It is a big topic and the subject is contentious. The decision by Zambian government to start cultivating marijuana for export purposes seems to have angered many. This is because the entire issue hinges on morality and Zambia being a Christian nation. Those spoken to feel the sale of marijuana will contribute to the already decaying morals in society. They feel the Zambian government should have explored other avenues in which to generate revenue.
Because if you look at the license, the amount we are talking about a lot of money, is it? For me to have, let's say, for me to go and send the license, which means I don't think Tinach afford. So which means if you only those who can afford, those will be the people who will be benefiting from this product.
However, others have supported the idea on the sale of marijuana as growing cannabis is a catalyst for job creation.
So marijuana, okay, mood inofuna ishi. Nangufichita confuse abantu ngabape. Misuse ya evangi. Eide ngokuthi abantu eyale ngiloti ba government bachithi babe more involved nokukanya. Manje kwathi abantu balachita misuse evangi. Bathi ngatwa ku Jamaica. Jamaica bathi legalize evangi. But abantu tabape nawo. Nangufichita okay tabachita misuse evangi for
which they have made. And marijuana is good for health, because it cures. I remember when we were young, our mother used to give us marijuana when you have that they call fuko. I don't know what they call in English, but we used to put in our ears. And if you have diarrhea, they used to pump us behind. It's a good medicine.
According to health experts, the abuse of marijuana poses a big risk on those who abuse drugs and could contribute to juvenile delinquency. Dana Kafwala, Kopala TV News in Kitwe.
Meanwhile, the Zambia Association of Manufacturers, ZAM, says the association is still studying the policy pronouncement made by Cabinet legalizing the sale of marijuana. ZAM Vice President Chipego Zulu says the board of directors will in due course issue an official position on the growing of marijuana. Kopala TV had initially solicited for an official position from ZAM on how the cultivation of marijuana was going to spur up economic benefits and open up opportunities for manufacturers in the country.
Well, I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately, I actually have to liaise with my fellow board of directors with regards to the official position on marijuana in Zambia.
And the opposition Democratic Party president, Harry Kalaba, says he has no problem with government legalizing marijuana.
Marijuana for me is not a big deal. My only problem is that the license has been pegged at $250,000. What average Zambian is going to acquire that money? Because that's about 3.5 million kwacha. Which average Zambian is going to raise that money and invest in a license for cannabis? Because then you get that license, then you're supposed to grow. So meaning that you need to have at least a minimum of 10 million kwacha for you to invest in that thing. It is telling you, the Zambian people, wake up. This thing is meant for foreigners. President Lungu knows exactly who he wants to benefit in that field. It's not us, the Zambians. He has got other people at the back of his mind, and we have already deciphered it. And then you see two ministries are fighting. There was the statement from Ministry of Agriculture, to know it needs to be under our ministry. Ministry of Health also saying no, it should be under our ministry. It tells that it's all mad with corruption, because each one is fighting to get a kickback. Very sad. This country has been tamed into a corruption den where people should just get anything they want out of it. Because it surprises me that you bring in a thing and it is beyond the reach of Zambians. Then who are you doing it for? So Zambians just end up smoking the remnants of the actual thing, and the rest of the money will be siphoned out of the country, like we have seen with our copper, like we have seen with most of the things that we have in this country. They don't stay. Everything goes out and we remain with nothing.
Kalulushi District Commissioner Kenny Siachisumo has described the distribution of inputs under the 2019-2020 Farmer Input Support Program FISP as a success. Mr. Siachisumo says inputs were delivered on time to over 6,000 farmers in the district. Mr. Siachisumo has since predicted that the district will record a maize bumper harvest next year.
For FISIP, it went on very, very well. We have got Rockcliffe, we have got Nyimba investment, which distributed the fertilizer and the seed. They even also gave out, the soybeans and some other, farming implements which they could manage. And as a district, we did very, very, very well. I think it was one of the best this year, because before the rainy season came, we had already finished distributing the farming implements, and the farmers had already started preparing their fields. And as a district, we were expecting a good harvest, because the implements were distributed at the right time. No farmer has come to complain as yet, so which means all is well. And Dabo and his team also have done a good job.
Zambia has over 226,000 metric tons of maize as strategic food reserves.
Stock figures have been presented. Let me update you on the food security situation in the country. You may wish to note that for planning purposes, my ministry uses an estimate of 120,000 metric tons, 120,000 metric tons to represent the country's monthly consumption requirement. Therefore, going by the stock figures I've presented, you will note that the country has sufficient stocks of maize to last a total of 8 months up to July 2020. In other words, if the smuggling of maize and mealie meal remains under control, the maize available in the country of 1,037,777.7 metric tons is adequate to see us through to the next harvest. However, around June 2020, in fact, we expect some maize to start coming from the market in April 2020 because of the early maize project that government has facilitated in partnership with the Zambia National Farmers Union, who are currently estimating the expected yield of the early maize.
In case you've just tuned in, you are watching the main news on Kopala TV. For now, we break off for our commercials. We'll be right back.
Kopala TV, Kopala, ya buena mumuesu, Kopala.
My number. Ishusho limentindeaza yama OG urushani. Kopala TV.
Yama OG. Imuntu wandi Yesu. Fwebene by fwebene. Fwebene. Naidede kalasti. Iyako Kopala futi yaba Kopala.
Manje kuikatashani yoinai. Naena ya kuntambo oro ni jiviji.
Wala iwe. Ile sango patop stad koda. Channel 98 paku. Ninshi yatuvela. Puta mensa ninshi yalila ni evidimbwi. Kule izimoli la femunjazi.
So yuri landati Kopala TV tayawanga yama boiling channel wako watu wachila tamba fe wino. Kwangwa filamba fyambo kupona. Uruwa mfotoro pantu ifuma chane wefingi fyamo pura fi.
Alula iwe, Kopala TV ni Kopala futi eile kuchalo. No shali mokuba molasti. Elo ile sansa Kopala yonse my number. Ukwambila pepe my number pandula lwansha. Kito paketi ke mufudila mufuken. Chingola pa chingo begi na chidila iwe. Ni Kopala TV, liko.
muntu wanja pakushongora pfeka top star wetata ndetambira pofi Kopala TV pachaneo 98 apa kude konkana necharo bamba to bamba ni pate after pate wo pate after pate wo Kopala TV OG Kopala TV available on Topstar channel 98. Kopala TV, entertainment just for you.
Looking for an opportunity to grow your business? Well, Kopala TV has good news for all small-scale businesses. You can now advertise on Kopala TV's Makwebo. Bonseba na mayo na bashtata. Iseni mulangishe amakwebo yenu pamutengo uachepa nga 100 kwacha. Yes, you heard right. For as low as 100 kwacha, your business will get its peak. Whatever the business, we will advertise. All you need to do is send a text of what your business offers, indicating the name, location, and contact details to the number below. Payment for the advertising spot can be made through MTN mobile money on the number down below. Makwebo, make your business known.
One Zambia, one nation.
Zambia chalo chesu. Stop political violence.
I am Zambian. I am against political violence.
I am Zambian, and I say disarm all cadres now.
It's not one Zambia if we kill each other. Stop the violence.
It's not good killing one another as Zambians. Stop the violence.
Let's keep the peace in our streets. Let's work to stay one Zambia.
It's not one Zambia if we kill each other. Stop the violence.
Ndimwina Zambia. Lekeni ukulwa pamulandu wa politics.
Welcome back and thank you for still staying with us. Residents of Mulenga compound in Kitwe have urged the local authority to move in and collect the huge piles of garbage that have accumulated in the area. The residents have expressed fear of imminent disease outbreak. Details in the following report.
This is the situation along the Kitwe-Ndola dual carriageway near Mulenga compound. Heaps of uncollected garbage are seen piling up or over near the roadside. Unconcerned residents are captured disposing garbage without care. And children too are seen scavenging on the dirt, a situation that has disheartened residents in the area.
Ibisoso tafuweme fresh tana ngati faka 3 days bayisasenda ku 3 days bayisasenda nomba ubuteko bwesu tabutupostele kwa mani foture tina kolera abana foture ilishanya ko febisoso mushi wesu
aba yicheringi balesa mukula tole fikopo mwine ukula fitwala mumayadzi ukula mukula kutsiramo so tulelo mbako fyo kwe badzi bayisa batsendela ku wangu ibisoso bayatuposela ku bantu ifi nikolera kubayichi
but bakokola babwa no wonder we are kind of speaking because every Tuesday,
Albert Mulenga is a resident of Mulenga compound. He is one of the very few concerned residents in this suburb who is agitated over the littering of this part of Kitwe.
Pantu tatutekela tiba kwa kansela baisa tupelo ubusaka mkomboni istapati tuteke yomushuzo pantu tilerenga bale tushya kutuma abana bambo kufuma hapo bafiro kubika bambo kufisha kumusebo so tatile muneka bwino cyo muremo na kwati panta chikala batikolera fwebene mu mushitatule tutake yomushuzo.
With the rains at its peak, the outbreak of waterborne diseases is imminent. Natasha Mwinga, Kopala TV News, in Kitwe.
The price of baking flour in Kitwe has increased by at least 40 kwacha. This has seen a sharp rise in the price of all bread products. Diana Kopala has the rest of the details.
The prices of bread and other essential commodities in the country has continued to go up. A number of reasons have been cited for the swell in commodity prices, among them the poor performance of the economy. The prices of bakery products have been unstable lately. Bread and other bakery products are marginally increasing and effects are already being felt by the market. A 10 kg kilogram bag of wheat flour is now selling at 170 kwacha from the initial 120 kwacha 4 weeks ago. A 25 kg bag of wheat flour is currently pegged at 270, with a 50 kg bag of flour going at 640 kwacha. The increase in the price of bread flour has affected traders in Kitwe, who are now calling for price controls.
Ubunga wena different na flour. Flour ina tunalima twalikwata wheat sana mchalo cheso. So mtengo wewe runda vile kwa ndao. Pantu baba affected bana mayo bala shitumbua uchelo bale salula mole survive abana kuma skulu bamka kufira ni bawido. Nombe shitumbua chala bashinga. Shitumbua cyo bale shitisha mchalo cheso 25 nango tili kwacha kati mikukongo. Shitumbua chife cha palwa nkwacha. Na mwangu kwa chavi fitengwe bet kuchira chitungu kwa chibe pali tiri kwacha na kuchipa 5 kwa chapati mkongo au fitita fusumi ni shebe vina wa president waloloke shepu pali hicho.
Kopala TV has spoken to vendors selling fritters and samosas.
Flour twaleshi tayari pali 250 ka 25 kg. Ero ka 10 kg ka pali 70 na 75. Basa lunda ko baisa bale runda yaisa afika nomba na muri 250 ka 25. Ukufuma pali 250 ka 10 kg kalifika pali 115. So nomba pali 115 profit tapalo fortulesanga mu fidifyon. So nomba futi balelanda tibalundire ko flour no kunda na balunda ko. So tapalo fort kalasanga mu muri flour. Ifindu fidifyon. Na kufia ku dia fyon $50 hivi na munisala jingwa mkushita every day pa kuya mkushita salad. Mfule mwasanga na balunda ko ka coin. Fidifyon fidifya bulundwa fidifya bulundwa. So tulero mba fyo kutengo bino. Tubindolekesha ko pali fofwe benga twafu ako. Badi ko tulesta bane tulesungiraba abane mo tulesangira. Fya ko bati tulesungira mu abana. Nombanga chabe fine ni chabana balafura nomba mufi. So tulelomba kufika kuteko ubinga tuwafuisha kwa salad nayo na idura ya kupimisha na wonga watu upimishe kwa kana feta pali pona ngo fimo wapimisha mwasa mwaka nepe wapimisha washisha futa geni warasa uwesha ya flora ile washipimisha futa geni na salad ile washi futa geni washisha nomba ni shitapadi. So tulelomba kufika mwele sawa bara mwesa mukaramba rande muri bakateka kuti bachinje ko mutsobeka tulolesha hapo mkwai.
On Tuesday, Vice President Inonge Wina expressed concern at reports of impending exports of wheat and wheat products by the Zambia National Farmers Union. Mrs. Wina has noted the exports of wheat products as the potential to increase prices of products such as wheat flour, bread and other bakery products. Dana Kafwala, Kopala TV News in Kitwe.
And finally on the news, Mulenga Market in Kitwe's Mulenga compound requires urgent attention. The structure is old and falling apart. We have details in the following report. The rains are on and it is business as usual for traders at Mulenga Market in Mulenga compound of Kitwe. This trading center does not have any semblance of a facility to be called a market. Worse still, the sanitation here is begging as the trading center that houses over 50 traders has no toilet and water facilities. Those conducting trade under this makeshift structure want the local leadership here to consider constructing them a proper trading place. Traders here said the issue regarding the construction of a permanent and conducive trading place has been outstanding for years now.
Wena ifwe pano pa Mulenga bali tulekeresha sana pantu ino market ya kale eyali ine ya Mulenga nomba epo fye bale changa eba chitireko fye na nomba ile market ya lepya pantu bapangile fimapo efe fya ona ike fimapo no tumala twalipo twapya nomba mabute kwa ya yesapo tapa befe batwafuirisha mwamona nomba batampa no kufumya abantu market konse okota kwa babantu babafumya bayaye kala ku kliniki iche champapusha ekyakuba ti abantu bafuma mu market bayikala ku kiriniki basha market ifibolya balabe pano ufikula ati mwamulenga tamwaba market but nish market yemo yaba kashi icho chena chali mpapusha ina mukumuna kwandi lero tulekabiro kwa ati pali ino nshita mwe bantu twafuirisheni twaloka fwe bashala muno mu market twaloka fwe bashala mu market na batupose kwa amano na ifo tulafota bakalenga na ife tukaleke okufota pantu nishita pata tuli bena Zambia atubabe na Zambia nga bali tuposa kwa amano
techi tutemwe na ifwe iyo nomba bonse fe tubombela pamo nomba bambi bale patuluka bale mu market tulefa mutuloleke shape pano mtupangile ko ekitenge twachula ezo tulerushya yako fye pano
uno mwamulenga kwena tulechisho pamulwandu wa market tatwakwata apa kushika market ka mwamulenga ka nono so na ifo pano twaisa ipanyira fye tuli batata bashola na kuli bamwe bana ka white eba tupela ko kana kachendeka kuti tuleshitisha hapo so tulechishwa tulefa batuleke shape kubuteko batupele ko market apa kubombera mkwai.
The Kitwe City Council is yet to comment on the matter. Natasha Mwinga, Kopala TV News in Kitwe.
And on that note, we come to the end of the news bulletin. But before we leave, we recap on stories that made headlines once more. Debate on marijuana cultivation continues. Authorities in Kalulushi district predict bumper harvest. Church mother body calls for issue-based politics. And Zambia food secure. Thank you so much for watching the main news on Kopala TV. For now, stay tuned and compliments of the season.
Thank you.